Awesome guys for tuning in again. Today we're going to look at another set of Retevis radios. In the past I really had really good results with these Retevis two-way radios. Specifically today we're going to have the Retevis RT27 in this really plain packaging, but as you can see here, if I tilt this around a little bit, let's bring this back into focus again. Those are PMR446 radios with the 0.5 watts output power. That's what's mandated in Europe when you want to use the PMR, the license-free PMR radios. So just because it's a plain package does by no means mean that those are the cheap radios. They usually work really well, even given the low price point. I always was very happy with the other Retevis radios that I tested on my channel. So maybe if you want to do a comparison with these radios and maybe also radios of other manufacturers, just head over to my channel page. I can show this to you here in the radio section. There you find a dedicated playlist where I compare different kinds of radios depending on what you want to use them for. I have waterproof radios for people who like soft air playing, or just really like small tiny ones for your children to play with. In any case, this sort of concludes the introductory part. Next up, we're going to jump to part 2, do an unboxing, have a closer look what we can find in the package, such as charging station, batteries, and other accessories. And then we're going to jump straight to the range test after the unboxing. Guys, awesome for tuning in. You can always use the timestamps in the video description below to jump to part 3 or part 4. And why don't we just get rolling with the unboxing and the range test. Guys, let's get started. Now guys, let's have a closer look at the Retevis RT27 walkie-talkies / two-way radios. Let's do a quick unboxing and see what's inside. As we discover here, it's a small manual in several languages, so focused on the European market. And then we have the radios themselves, and we also have USB charging docks, which can be quite useful because not only can you connect them to the computer, but also to a power bank, or maybe like here, a modular kind of travel charger where you can also change the plug depending on where you are. So obviously you don't have to have that, but USB charging power adapter is kind of useful because obviously you only have this USB charging dock. So having an adapter or something, I mean, I wouldn't charge those on the computer all the time. Having this travel charger is just more convenient. You get a carrying strap, I think that's how you call it, a belt clip, and the belt clip, this seems to be also quite sturdy, a metal with a strong spring, which if I quickly show that, you probably just take these 2 Phillips screws out and then you can attach the belt clip right here. But I would only do that after inserting the battery. It's a lithium-ion battery with 1100 milliamp hours. So let's just quickly slide this in. Should be fairly easy right here. And you see it's seated firmly in place. And if you want to release it, you just push this button and you can slide it out, swap it against another one. So fairly nice. First impression of these radios. Here obviously you can connect a headset, something like this, a speaker, as well as the USB programming cable. USB programming cable can be useful if you, sometimes these radios have a scrambler function, or you can change the channels or the output frequencies or the output power. But guys, please don't do that because usually that's not permitted. So always be aware of your local laws and regulations. If I just quickly turn this on,
open the radio.
This starts to talk. It's on channel 1. You can change the channels with these dials, which is kind of convenient. And then push the talk button. This is, I believe, the squelch. Let's test this real quick. So you can open the squelch by pushing this. The other one, I don't know. Okay, some flashing. And some alarm sound. So usually these buttons, you can also, if you connect a USB programming cable, sometimes you can reconfigure these buttons. So that might be something you want to learn about, because I'm also going to release a video where I show you how to use one of these programming cables. So that might be interesting if you want to learn a little bit more about these radios in and of themselves. So without drawing this out too long, let's quickly charge them up and then jump right into the range test. I'm really curious to see how these radios perform. Overall, I have a really nice, good impression. Feels really solid and sturdy, nice in the hand. Now, finally, I prepared the radios for the charging process. And yeah, I mean, there are not that many accessories. Like I said, you need these two USB power adapters. And with the programming cable, maybe I make a separate video for that because that also takes time. So let's quickly turn on the power, plug in the second power supply here. Like I said, they're not included, and you see green light comes on. And then the radio, once you plug it in, the light turns red when it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it should turn green again. And you see this radio has a small groove here at the side. So let's slide the second radio, two-way radio, and it's a little bit tricky to do with one hand. But once you do, both radios are charging. So guys, I'll let these charge up overnight, and then tomorrow I go outside and do the range test. I'm kind of curious to see how the radios perform. We're gonna jump next to part 3, the range test. So without further ado, let's get rolling, guys. Before I digress any further, let's get started.
So guys, range test of the Retevis RT27 PMR radios at test point number 1 with 420 feet. From experience, this is usually a really good sound quality. Test point number 1, 420 feet of distance. Range test guys of the Retevis PMR radios, test point number 2, and usually these short distances are no problem. So 790 feet at test point number 2, sound quality should be awesome. Test point number 2. Range test guys of the Retevis radios at test point number 3, and we really have like a really nice spring day, awesome weather. I'm really enjoying doing the range tests outside. Test point number 3 with 1,250 feet of distance, and the metric system you should also see in the sidecar. Test point number 3. Now guys, range test already at test point number 4. Now granted, the distance points are not that far from each other, but those are PMR radios, so it kind of makes sense. Test point number 4, about 1,540 feet. 1,540 feet should be still loud and clear, and the metric system, like I had told you earlier, in the sidecars for you guys who are not using feet or miles. Test point number 4. So guys, range test of the Retevis radios, test point number 5 with 2,000 feet of distance. Should be still good. Let's see how the quality of the sound is the further I go away. Test point number 5 with 2,000 feet of distance. Range test guys, this time at test point number 6, now with 2,300 feet. And like I told you earlier, these radios only have 0.5 watts output power, so the range is rather short, but let's see whether we can get over a mile today. Test point number 6 was 2,300 feet, or 700 meters approximately. Range test of the Retevis two-way radios, and guys, there's some construction cars nearby, so they make quite a noise. Test point number 7 was 2,600 feet, or approximately half a mile of distance. This should be still audible. Test point number 7. So guys, again. So guys, range test, test point number 9 of the Retevis radios. Usually the Retevis perform pretty good. We have about 3/4 of a mile, or 3,900 feet, and yeah, let's see how the sound quality performs. We don't have that many obstructions, but springtime, so the trees start to get green. Let's see whether we can push this a little bit further. range check guys. The Retevis radio is now at test point number 10 with about 4,900 feet, almost a mile, 0.9 I believe. Let's see how the sound quality goes. I try to go over a mile today, so I'm going to push it 1 point further. Let's see whether I can do this before the camera switches off. Test point number 10. Alright, last range test point. I hope you can hear it. Let's run a little bit. Test point 11 with 1.15 miles. With the range test, test point 11. I hope this is so audible.
Now, excellent guys. This concludes the range test of the Retevis RT27 PMR radios. And as you have seen in the range test, the range is not as much as you might expect from other radios like you guys probably are used to in the US. There's FMRs and GMRs. I think they have a higher output power and you can transmit further with them. But for us people here over in Europe, other than the good old Citizen band, that's all we get to play with. And to be quite frankly, for in and around the house is totally sufficient. And yeah, I like the build quality of these radios. However, range-wise, I discovered that while they sounded very good, especially in the beginning, the further out I went, the signal quality started to deteriorate. I think at test point number 8, someone else was transmitting and stepping on my signal. And then test point 10 and 11, correspondingly, the clarity of the signal really went down and it was also breaking up a little bit. So that was a little bit disappointing. Other radios that I tested previously, like these OD Green Topcom Twin Torque or Airsoft ones, you can find a video for those on my channel as well. They're specifically targeted for people who like Airsoft. So basically the point that I want to make is that sometimes the more premium models, they give you a little bit more clarity and more stability, especially at the last range test points that I have here. And guys, like always, take these range tests with a grain of salt. If you have favorable conditions like open pastures and something like that, or you transmit across the lake, then obviously you will have a much easier time as opposed to you're somewhere in a concrete jungle with lots of buildings, then the range can also be lower. So it's just to give you a rough indication. And so far, I can still recommend these radios, especially I like the build quality and that you can control everything via the knobs, so that's pretty nice. But I have to honestly have to say, there are some other radios that I tested that performed a little bit nicer from my personal opinion. So that's why I encourage you to head over to my channel page. I show this to you here and do a little bit of a comparison. Maybe look at the Motorola T81 Hunter. Those were one of my favorites. They are also in OD green, but really pricey. So make a little bit of a comparison. Maybe check out the Radiolity R2 or the Retevis 24 it was, I believe. Guys, I have to juggle so many model numbers in my head. It's kind of funny, but I always enjoy walking outside and doing these range tests, especially on a nice spring day with awesome weather. So awesome guys, thanks for tuning in. Have fun with your new radios. Have a great time outside and I see you as a subscriber in the next video. Take care. And because you just watched my review of the black Retevis RT27, you might also be interested in comparing them against some other budget radios from a different manufacturer, such as these red Floreons. And guys, the radios are always available in different versions depending on which country you're in. So if you're in the States, please look for FRS instead of the PMR radios. That should also give you a higher output power. I'm truly amazed about how many people have subscribed already. You can subscribe right now as well. Take care.